we're making affirmation cards. I'm really happy with the way they turned out, and I hope you will be too. I hope you play along. I'm going to give away 2 decks of affirmation cards to the first 2 people who subscribe and comment on this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Hey everybody, time for Mixed Media Mayhem. We are making affirmation cards, enough for a month. So the first step is, I've got these inexpensive index cards from Big Lots. I only paid 50 cents for them. You might want to spend a little more and get a name brand to make them thicker, but this is what I have, so this is what I'm using. They're ruled, but that doesn't matter, because we're going to cover it up anyway. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spread these out and start putting the ephemera on the cards. And I'm just gonna butt them up against each other and treat them like one piece of art. Okay. Now to get the only reason I'm using gloss medium rather than matte medium is because I have more gloss medium than matte medium. So we're going to use that to glue down the ephemera. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do all 31 cards. You know how to do this. You just basically put either matte or gloss medium on top of the index card. Lay down a piece of ephemera and put some more medium down. Don't worry if it goes over the edge. It gives it a little bit more pizzazz when you get it over the edge. I'm going to use texture paste to put some texture on these cards now that we have the ephemera all glued down. Got the ephemera on both sides of the card. And I'm going to use stencils for some really cool texture. I'm going to use a variety of stencils. I'll show you just one, but I'm going to use a variety, so all of the cards will be a little bit different. The texture paste is homemade, and I'll leave the recipe in the discussion below, the description below. And you don't want to put too much texture paste on there, because then it'll just turn into a big globby mess. There we go, that worked well. Hello. I have all of these cards textured on one side, but not the other. I'm going to go ahead and texture the other side as well on all of them. I wanted to show you this one. This one, I used this stencil on it. It's a very fine stencil, very pretty, but fine, and with tiny little holes, and that's why it gave me that. So I don't recommend a fine, tiny little hole stencil. I recommend something bigger, bolder, something easy to handle. Some of the stencils are very flexible. I found the stiffer stencils to work better. This is one of Tim Holtz's stencils. I love it. It's another one of my favorite stencils. Okay, so I'm going to spend the time and do the other side of the cards now. Here are half of the cards I made. There's the spray, there's the acrylic. The heavy body acrylic, I didn't really like them because one, it's very, when it dries, it's glossy and sticky, so I put some clear gesso on it to make it not sticky. And two, it covers the texture a lot. I mean, it's really hard to see the texture on these. I like the colors. That's why I picked them out. But I guess I have to learn more about using heavy body acrylics. This, on the other hand, was the gouache. Really like how the gouache turned out. This one was, I believe, this one was the watercolors. This is the one with the spray ink, the purple, the green. I like the way that turned out because you can really see the texture in there, both sides. This one was the watercolors. Again, I really like the way it turned out because you can really see the texture in there, the texture pastes. I have separated these into two groups of 15 because they're very thick. And they make for a very thick package. So we're going to do 2 months worth of affirmations. This one is the watercolor. I sprayed some Mystic Pearls on them. I really like the way it turned out. This was the craft acrylics. I like the way these acrylics worked much better than the way the heavy body acrylics worked. These so-called more professional acrylics. I like the way this worked better because you can still see the texture and it's more transparent. You can hardly see the butterfly on there. And you really can't see the texture on here. This is the watercolor. I like the way that turned out. Again, you can see the texture nicely. Here are the affirmations that I printed out to put on the cards. I'm going to separate them now and try and figure out a way to tone down that white a little bit. So, as usual, I'm going to tear these apart instead of cutting them apart because I want that rough edge. We are, after all, going to glue them down. So you don't have to watch me tear all these apart. I'll bring you back when it's time to change the color a little bit. Here they are, the finished affirmation cards. I put them on a ring. I just punched a hole with a hand hole punch, and I put them on a ring, and here they are in all their glory. I really like them. I put the gold around the edges. I think that looks really good because, of course, whoever gets these is golden. And each card has their own unique personality. I really like them. So, this is the deal. Whoever comments and subscribes to this video gets to have this deck of cards. And whoever does the second comment gets the second deck of cards, which I haven't finished yet, but I will, and I will send them to them. So that's the deal. I need you to comment and subscribe, and you will get a deck of affirmation cards made by moi. Alright. Be kind, be caring, be creative, and have a good day.